So, I'm going to talk about the index and match. Then, if time permits, I'll take one or two more questions for others, for other people that have questions. So, if you are in data analysis class, our class will continue tomorrow by the special with the class. I hope network will not focus up. So, my WhatsApp is still loading. As you can see, how many people can see my screen? As you can see here, you can see that my WhatsApp is still loading. I've not been able to have access to it. So I don't know why it has been like this for the past 15 to 20 minutes. So let's basically continue with this, our small data set that we have here. So let's continue with it with our small data set that we have here. If you are done with it, you can send me a DM for the project, so for your certificate, for you to get the certificate. If you are done with the recorded video, just send me a DM. I will send you the project. A lot of people that have sent me DM that have sent the project to, but most of them are yet to reply. So I think they are still working on it. So today now we will start with index and match. And basically there's no formula that's called index and match, right? They are separate. They are separate formula. Index is on its own, match is on its own. So we nest the two of them together. And what do I mean by nesting? Whenever I hear someone mentioning nested formula, whenever I hear something like this, nested formula, nested formula, nested formula, whenever I see something like this, nested formula is basically when you join two or more formulas together. So index and match is actually a nested formula because index stands on its own. Index is a formula on its own, and match is also a formula on its own. So when you join the two of them together, then they become nested formula, right? So index is a formula on its own, match is a formula on its own. So when you join the two of them together, then they become a nested formula. Are we all together? Are we here? Are we still here? Are we here? Are we here? Are we here? Did we get what I explained? What I just explained now? Do you get what I just explained now? Yes, no, no, yes. Are you here? Okay, nice one. So remember, whenever I hear nested formula, is when you join two or more formulas together. So that is nested formula. And index and match. So there's no formula in Excel that you will call index and match. There's no formula. So index is a formula that stands on its own. Match is a formula that stands on its own. So we join them together for us to be able to perform tasks. You get? So when we join them together, it becomes a nested formula. So like when you join two or more formulas together, it becomes a nested formula. So now let's see what index does and what match does. Okay, we have index and we have match. So index is to return the content of a cell. Index is to return the content of a cell. We use index to return the content of the cell, given the row number. Given the row number. So we use index to return the content of a cell given the row number. So if I'm looking for Uche now, then I will give this whole column to index, and I will tell it to return whatever it has at row 6 or row 5. Okay, let's practicalize it. Let's practicalize it. Let's do a bit of practical on it. So right here now, we have index. Let me reduce the screen a little bit. Okay, right here we have index, right? So if I say equals to index, sorry, equals to index, right? Before I even type, you say return a value or reference of a cell at the intersection of a particular row and column. And remember, I said a cell is the intersection of row and column. So if I choose index, now I want to return a name in this place. Any name that is in row 5 or row 6. Let's say any name that is in row 7. Let us pick any row that is in row 7. Any value that is in row 7. That is what we want to return. So if I highlight this column like this, right, comma, what is the row number? So let's say I need any content that is in row 7. So if I choose row 7, what do we expect it to return? If you are here with me, in this first name column, what do we have in row 7? What do we have in row 7? If you are here with me, what do we have in row 7? If you are here with me, what do we have in row 7? Monday, right? Okay, we have Monday. Okay, so we are expecting it to return Monday, right? So if I'm to close the bracket, that means we have only 2 people here. And there are about how many people here? 20 people. Is there only 2 people that are here? Let's all respond. What do we have in row 7? What do we have in row 7? Monday, right? Okay. Now we are expecting it to return Monday. So let's run it and see. So if I press enter, you see it's actually returned Vincent. But Vincent is in row 8. So which means there is an error in this index. But let's see. Let's check it. Now, if you see where my selection started from, I started from A2, right? Which means I started from this first name. So if you started from this first name, it's going to count it down to where it gets to 7, right? So if I count, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, and this is 7. So which means it's correct. The content in row 7 is Vincent. Because I did not start counting from the first row. I started counting from the second row, right? Row 1, right? So if you consider this as 1, then Mike as 2, Sunday as 3, Paula as 4, Uche as 5, Monday as 6, and Vincent as 7. So if you start counting from where your selection started, do we get this now? If you start counting from where our selection started. Do you understand this? Do you understand, or you want me to retake this? I think the network is kind of fluctuating today. Don't know. Network is very, very bad. Are you with me? How many people are with me? How many people are with me? Taking, right? Understand. So that is what index will do for us. That's what index will do for us. Index will return the content of a cell given the row number. So the moment you give it a row number, index will be the one to return the content of that cell for us. Do we get this now? Do we get it? Okay, let's continue now. Let's continue. Let's continue. Now, what do we use match for? Match is used to return the row number. Match is used to return the row number. We use match to return the row number. We use match to return the row number. We use match to return the row number. Do you get? We use match to return the row number. Let me quickly drop a message in the group so that people can join. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Now, match is used to return the row number. So, if I say equals to match, now you see, match returns the relative position of an item in array, right? That matches a specified value in a specified order. Now, what does that mean? Let's practicalize it. So, match, let's say I'm looking for the row number of Vincent. I'm looking for the row number of Vincent now. Vincent, if we start counting from this second row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Vincent is in row 7. But if we start counting from this first row, that Vincent will be in row 8. Now, this depends on where your selection started from. So now, we want to see our lookup value, which is the Vincent. That's what we are looking for. Vincent, right? We are looking for Vincent. We are looking for Vincent, right? Lookup array, where are we going to see Vincent? Where are you going to see Vincent? You can see Vincent right here under the first name, right? Let me do the selection again. You can see Vincent under the first name, right? The match type, we need the exact match. We need the exact match. We need the exact match. We need the one that matches correctly. So you will choose 0 as the exact match. So if I'm to close this bracket now and press enter, this will give me 7. This will give me 7, because if we count from this first name, you can see Vincent is in row 7, right? Vincent is in row 7. So when we join these two formulas together, that's when they become powerful, when we nest them together. Right now, they are kind of not very useful if you are using them individually, but they become very useful when you join the two of them together. When you join the two of them together, they become very, very useful. Okay. Are you with me here? Are you with me? Are you with me here? Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue now. Now, let's say we are looking for, let me actually move this out to somewhere else here. I should take what again? The match, right? Let me take the match again now. Let me take the match again. So if I say equals to match, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the row of Vincent. So I'll select Vincent. Then in which column will I see Vincent? I will see Vincent under the first name column, right? So now I will put exact match, 0 here, exact match. So I'll close the bracket and press enter. So this will give me row 7. This will be the one to give me row 7. This will give me row 7, right? This will give me row 7. Okay. Now, let's now continue. Let's join the two of them together now. So I have the first name of Vincent. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it as the value here so that I'll remove the formula. I'll paste it as the value here. So this is the first name, and on this first name, I'm looking for the last name. You know, I can actually use VLOOKUP, right? I'm looking for the last name. So I can use VLOOKUP to look for this one. I can use VLOOKUP to look for it. But now let's use index and match to actually look for it. Let's use index and match to look for this. So I'm going to say equals to index, right? Which row do I want it to, which column do I want it to return? I want it to return the last name column, which is this one. I want it to return the last name column. Now, which row? Now, it's asking me for the row. But let's say I don't know the row of Vincent. I don't know the row number of Vincent. Though match has given us here that it is 7. But in this case, let's say we don't have match. Match has not given me. So I don't know the row number of 7. So here now I'm going to use match to get the row number, because we know that it is match that will return the row number. So I'm looking for Vincent, right? I'm looking for Vincent. Which column am I looking? Which column will I see Vincent? I'm going to see Vincent under the first name. I'm going to see Vincent under the first name. Then I need the exact match right here. I need the exact match. So I'm going to close my bracket for the match and close my bracket for the index. So what match will do for me is it's going to look for the row number. So once it sees the row number, then it's going to give the row number to index. Index will now look under the last name and give me the last name of the person that falls into that category, that is in that row. So if I press enter now, match should give me the row number, and the index will now give me the name. So as you can see, I have Vincent, and the last name of Vincent is Michael. You have Vincent, and the last name of Vincent is Michael. Do we get this now? Do we understand this, or should we take it? Do we understand this, or should we take it? Do we understand it, or should we take it? Understand, or should we take? Yes or no? Okay, should we take it? Okay. Another person is only one person that is there. Is there another person? Okay, let me retake it. Okay, now if I say equals to index, right? Index, our array, what we need it to return is the last name, right? We need the last name here. This is what we are going to select. We need the last name here. And we actually need it to return the last name of Vincent, right? So we don't know the index number of Vincent, that is the row number. So we are going to use match to get the index number. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for Vincent, right? Where will I see Vincent? I'm going to see Vincent under his first name. I'm going to see the Vincent under the first name, and I need the exact match. I'll then close the brackets, then close the bracket again. So what match will do? Match will return the row number for me. So if I highlight match now, I should see the row number at the top. So you see something like this at the top. The moment you highlight, if I highlight this like this, I highlight it like this, then I'll see the row number, which is row 7. So which means match will be the one that will pass the row number to index. Index will now look for row 7 under the last name. So I can press enter. So this will return the last name for me. Do we understand this now? Do we understand this now? Okay. Any question from anybody? Any question from anybody before I move forward? Okay, let's try it on a bigger data set. Let's try it on a bigger data set. Let me open another data set. Let's say I want to use this particular data set. So I want to use index and match for my lookup. I want to use index and match for my lookup, right? So I want to use index and match for my lookup. In the situation whereby you don't want to use VLOOKUP, so you want to use index and match. So you remember that XLOOKUP can look both ways. Same goes with index and match. Index and match can look forward or backward. And this is the good thing about index and match, because in the older version of Excel, you don't have XLOOKUP, right? But with Index, you have index and match in the older version of Excel. So for those people that don't have XLOOKUP, they can use index and match. For those that don't have XLOOKUP, they can use index and match. Do we get? For those that don't have XLOOKUP, they can use index and match. Do we get this now? So what I'm going to do here is write in this column where I have right here that I created an empty column here. This place that I have empty column. What I want to bring in is the customer's name. Here, I want to bring in the customer's name into that place. So I want to bring in the customer's name into this place. So what I'll do here, I'll put my name here, customers, I'll put my header rather, customer's name. So the customer's name will be, the lookup value is going to be our customer ID, because the relationship between, the only relationship between the customer sheet and, yes, it works the same way at V and X lookup. So our relationship here is this, the only relationship between these two sheets is the customer ID. It's the customer ID. Because if we see here, we have customer ID here, we have customer ID here, and if we come back to this other sheet, we have customer ID here also. As you can see, we have customer ID here too. So what we'll now do is we'll come here, we are going to say equals to index, right? Our lookup value index, what we need it to return is, the customer's name. So I'm going to select the customer name column. That's what we need it to return. Do we get it now? That's what we need it to return. We need it to return the customer's name. Then I'm going to type in match here. Our match, what am I looking for? What I'm looking for is, I'm using our order ID. So I'm using my order ID, which is in B2, and my lookup array is this one that I have right here, which is what I have right here. This is our lookup array, and I need exact match, which is 0. So I can close my bracket and close my bracket here, then press enter. And as you can see, we have the names. So we can copy this down. We can copy this down. We can copy this down. Do we understand this? Do we understand this? Do we understand this one, or should we take it? No, it's still the same thing that I did with this smaller data. Still the same thing that I did with this smaller data. Okay, I'm going to actually clear and retake it. So here I'll say equals to index equals to index. What we need it to return is the customer's name. So I'll come here to customer's name and select the customer's name, right? Which is what I want it to return. Comma, then, and it's asking me for the row number. Because I don't know the row number, I will put in match here. I'll put in match here. Then I'll come back to this order number, that is the match type, the lookup value. So I'm going to select the lookup array. In fact, let me clear it. I think the formula is covering some of this thing here. So I'm going to write it up here in the formula bar so that you can see everything. Okay. So I'm going to say equals to index, right? What I want it to return is this customer's name, right? And I'll type in match here. I type in match. What I'm looking for with this is this customer ID that I have here. So I'm going to select the customer ID here. right? Then our lookup array, where it's going to see the customer ID, is right here under the customer ID in the customer sheet, right? And I need exact match. So I can close my bracket for index for match and close my bracket for index, then press enter. So this will actually return the name of the customer for me or the client. Do you get this now? It seems to work like concatenate. It's not concatenate. It's not concatenate. Do we understand this now? Do we understand this now? So this is how index and match work. So there's still another thing that we can do with index and match, which is two-way lookup. But what I will do here is I will drop this data set in the group for you to be able to use index and match. I know if I give you something, some of you will not do it. For you to practice the index and match, because a whole lot of people here just think they understand. It's until they practice it. It's until you practice it before you know that, yes, you truly know this thing. It's not even about going through all the videos. It's about you practicing what you actually learn. Do we understand this now? Do we understand? Someone says somehow tough. Do we understand this? Do we understand this? Yes or no? No or yes? Do we understand this? Nobody's saying anything. No. Do we understand? Yes or no? We're going to practice. Yes. That's what I need you to do. Practice. Any question for me? Do you have any question on this? So in our next class, I'm going to do two-way lookup. But before we round up today's class, I want to see if I can see any other person that's facing any challenges. Maybe after going through the video, you have one that you don't understand or something. So let me know now. You can raise your hand if you have something to ask question about. If you said match is to get the row number. Yes, match will give you the row number. Index will give you the content of the cell. Match will give you the row number. Index will give you the index will give you the content of the cell. Trying to understand, maybe I will need to practice. You will need to practice, it's not maybe. So I will drop the data set. My WhatsApp, I don't know, the network is kind of very bad. It's still loading. I don't know. That's been more than 45 minutes trying to load, but I don't know. So once my WhatsApp finishes loading, I'm going to drop this data set in your group for you to be able to practice. So do you have anything that you like me to? So I don't want to go into that two-way lookup because I want you to understand the one-way lookup first. Or you would like us to go through that two-way lookup now? Do you like us to go through that two-way lookup now? Or you want to practice this one first before we go into the two-way lookup? What would you like us to do? We want to be given, we want assignment to be given on previous classes. Yes, I give assignments. Some people, after dropping a data set in the group, some people did not actually do anything. They did not